Hello there, and welcome back to another WyattzWorld Extra. Today's video we're going to be digging back into the top 10 list, although we're going to go back in time to school. Not college, not really high school even, I'm talking elementary school, middle school. Today I'm going to be giving you guys the top 10 best school lunches. You know that they made there at the school in the cafeteria. The reason I say not so much high school is because yeah, we had these things, but the health codes kicked in so much that, I mean, by the time I was in 9th grade, we were basically getting served just garbage. But the lunches used to be absolutely elite, and today I have gotten a list of the top 10 best lunches I ever had in school growing up. Alright, so starting off the list at number 10, we've got the French toast sticks. These were never my favorite thing, they still aren't. However, they always taste the same, they're consistent, and they hit close to home. You're not doing much digging, you're not doing much experimenting, okay? If you're gonna get offered French toast sticks for lunch versus the other option of, I don't know, a salad, if you're me, a kid, you're gonna take the French toast sticks. I can still remember picking up those big jugs where you'd slide the thing back to pour syrup in your tray, and it would be the French toast sticks in the big slot, and then I would do syrup. I would literally let the French toast sticks ferment in the syrup for like 2 minutes before I ate them. It was crazy unhealthy, but I'll take them at number 10. Alright, and moving on to number 9, we've got the classic chicken patty on a bun. Now, you can be a normal person. You can take it plain, ketchup, barbecue sauce, or maybe even ranch. Or you can be a weirdo and put peanut butter on it, because a lot of people at my school did that. I don't know why. But the chicken patty on a bun was not only one of the most consistent, but it was one of, I would say, the best tasting school lunches that we got on a regular basis. Most of the things I'm going to mention here were pretty rare occurrences. French toast sticks and chicken patty, they came up pretty often, except the chicken patty was actually, I thought, really good. Basically a giant chicken nugget on bread. Then usually you would get fries or some sort of potato with it, and then obviously the fruit and whatever the fuck you got served every other day. I was never mad, I was always satisfied. The chicken patty sits with me at number 9. Alright, and moving on to number 8, we've got the toasty dogs. Did anybody else have these, or was it just my school? Because half the time I mention these to my friends, they look at me like I'm fucking crazy. Hot dog, cheese, bread wrapped around it, thrown in the oven. They were magnificent. We always got 2 of them. You would dip them in ketchup. If I do remember right though, these stopped getting served to us at a pretty young age, and I can see why. But they were golden, and the school toasty dogs hit different. They hit different than the ones I make at home. They hit different than the ones I've had at restaurants. I need to find out what the secret was. And I want to say it was the cheese, but I don't know. Toasty dogs at number 8, they were a treat. Moving on to number 7, this is a basic one, but it was always good, and it's still one of the best lunches ever. Grilled cheese and tomato soup. Plus they would give you crackers, and then you got the usual salad bar of bullshit that you got every day. But I thought it was fucking good. I like soup and I like sandwiches, and grilled cheese and tomato soup is about as classic as the video game Pac-Man. Shockingly, we didn't get it often at school, which I don't think was even really that bad for you. I mean, just cheese and bread, I understand that's not a good combo, but tomato soup can't be any unhealthier than a square of syrup we were drinking at least once a week with French toast sticks. Grilled cheese and tomato soup at number 7. Moving on to number 6, we've got spaghetti. Now, I know this picture doesn't look good, but it's accurate. That's how the spaghetti looked, and it was absolutely delicious if you're asking me. I liked it because the meat sauce always clumped up and stuck to the noodles. I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing, but it was easy to eat. And the meat sauce tasted, I mean, relatively like spaghetti sauce should have, even at the end of my high school career. This is always one I would get doubles of too, because it would be noodles in the big rectangle, then another square of noodles, and then there would be 2 huge scoops of the meat sauce. Usually a breadstick, if you got doubles, you'd get 2 of that. I was eating like a damn king. It was like Olive Garden. High school is pretty much the same quality as Olive Garden too. Not to knock it, but Olive Garden's overrated as shit. Moving on to number 5, we've got the good old barbecue riblet on a bun. You can get these at Quick Trip and they taste the same. They are scrumptious. Unfortunately, at the end of my high school career, they got rid of the bun, so it was just a barbecue riblet with like a drip of barbecue sauce. But back when they gave you the bun, it was another one that it was no question. You got doubles. You got 2 big sandwiches. If you're me, you would always throw pickle and some onion on it, and they would go down like fucking water. Usually you would get fries, potatoes, sweet potato fries or something too. This is an air humping lunch. I was going absolutely crazy when I sat down with this at the table. Barbecue riblet on a bun at number 5. And moving on to number 4, we've got that rectangle pizza that you could get in the mornings, and it was always smacking different. I don't know why they call it breakfast pizza, because at lunch we would get the Tony's cheese pizza, but at breakfast it was this sausage pizza, which I don't really like sausage. That's probably why they call it breakfast though. Sausage pizza with pizza sauce, but it was just different, and it was fucking good. The days that this breakfast pizza was served, I would sacrifice either half of my lunch for the morning, or I would bring like $2 in cash so I could pick up a piece of this pizza. Plus, you always got the chocolate milk in the morning too, and the chocolate milk was elite at my school. I don't know what it was. Pizza at number 4. Moving on to number 3, we've got the turkey chunks and gravy. This was something that remained elite as long as they served it to me, and I think we got it all the way through my graduation. The potatoes were fake as fuck, but they were good. The gravy was instant, but it was good. The turkey chunks were probably out of a can, but they were good and tender. Plus, you always got a bun with it. You'd get doubles, you'd get 2 buns. And when they still gave you butter, you would take 2 huge spoonfuls of butter and throw it on the potatoes with the gravy. It would mix together. And for 30 minutes of my life, I did not care about anything in the world besides that buttery potato concoction that I was just hammering down my throat. I would get 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th if they let me, but I think they cut you off after 2. This shit was crack. Turkey chunks and gravy at number 3. Moving on to number 2, we've got Italian dunkers. Now, these would have been number 1, but these got progressively worse every single year since I was in kindergarten. Started off with 2 ginormous pieces of Texas toast loaded with garlic cheese, with a huge side of meaty sauce. It went to hot dog buns cut in half with shredded cheese, and then shitty fucking sauce without any meat in it. Edible, but it was like a breadstick and marinara sauce instead of an Italian dunker and meat sauce. It was fucking garbage. It was trash. You would sprint to lunch, elbow people, and if you're like me, you're an absolute psychopath. The leftover meat sauce, you just eat it with a spoon or a fork like it was soup because it was fucking good, man. Italian dunkers at number 2. And number 1, I can still remember, I think I tore an ACL running to lunch for this fucking thing. Every single time, automatic, no doubt about it, double, the beefy nachos. Chips, beef, nacho cheese thrown and spilt over it. You'd have to eat it with a fork because it would be so soggy, but this shit was fucking gold. Oh man, I don't know how they served it to us. I really don't. What I would do to have it just one more time, I can still taste it. You'd lick the tray clean, it was so good, it was addicting. It was always number 1, and this was the lunch that I can remember sweet talking my teachers and doing class chores with them just so they would let me go 10 seconds early to beat the rush crowd and get there. I'll never forget you, beefy nachos. You were the GOAT. Alright guys, and that is it for my top 10 school lunches ever. If you guys like this video, you already know what to do. Comment, like, subscribe, turn the bell on. I do my best to post on this channel as often as I can. If you want to see me do another top 10 list, please let me know in the comments. Give me a suggestion. I'm all ears. Other than that though, I'm going to hop off and get this shit edited so you guys can hopefully watch it on Monday night. I hope everybody has a fantastic rest of their week. Stay warm if you're in the state of Minnesota, and as always, I will see you guys the next time I upload.